it's Lisa. I'm going to be doing an art journal page, and I've got some of my paints out here that I've pulled for today. Thinking about adding a little bit of metallic to this page, including some mist. I've got some stencils and all because I'm going to be working with some new jelly plate things, these new minis. And I have to say these were larger than I expected when I got them. They probably have the sizes and stuff online, I just didn't pay any attention. But I was expecting a triangle maybe this big, and I got a larger triangle, square, and circle. And I've played with the triangle a little bit. And today we're going to be working with the hexagon. And there's also an oval and a rectangle. So there's two different packs of those. I have found them I got mine at Blick Art Supplies, dickblick.com, and you can order them from Gelli Arts directly. They have not appeared yet over on Amazon, and they carry some of the other jelly plates, and there's a local place that I've bought some jelly plates, and they don't have them yet either. And this block I don't think is quite big enough. That's one of the things, since they were larger than I expected, I'm having to use a larger stamp block. I'm going to have to buy another one. So we're going to be using this with some of the paints and the stencils. I want to start though by just putting some mist down on my page. So we're going to do that and let that dry. And I'm starting with some Heidi Swap tinsel. I'm actually doing this on Christmas Day. Everybody's been fed, they've gone home, the dishwasher's running, the rest of the dishes are almost everything is washed except a couple of things are soaking. So while this dries, I'm going to go finish those up, and then I have the rest of the day to play.
The tinsel color gives you a nice silver. Okay, now this is dry, and I'm going to add my hexagon shape from those minis from Gelli Arts. I got mine from Dick Blick, and I just love playing with these. I've only used a couple of them so far, but they're just so much fun. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot with the rest of them as well. But I did make a mistake here. I have worked with the hexagon shape before in quilting, but it's been a really long time, and I forgot how the shapes go together, and I didn't put them lined up the way they need to. And I realized that about the time I'm ready to add another shape down there at the bottom, because what I wanted in the lower right hand corner is my shapes to be connected. And this is where I just ended up having to put something on top of the other one, kind of ignore the fact that I did one wrong. Now over on the left side, I wanted them to be scattered out, so they are purposely not connected. And we're doing some ghost printing here, as well as, inking everyone. I'm working with a lot of the golden open paints, which stay wet long enough that you can get very often 3 passes with them. Of course, this is playtime, and that's what a lot of art journaling is playing. Now that piece of white cardboard that I was working with there, that is a wrapper from, I think it's ice cream cones. And it makes this really pretty design. You can find all kinds of cool stuff in your kitchen and your things to kitchen trash, things you were going to throw out or recycle. And I've done videos on using stuff out of your craft room to create texture. Doing a lot with stencils today, a little bit with bubble wrap later on. There it goes. And I wanted just some bright, happy colors. That's what I was feeling while I was working on this. It did not end up being something that I got to finish on Christmas Day. It kind of drug out over several days. I was working on a painting project at home, painting walls in one of our rooms. So I ended up spending a lot of time on that over Christmas. And I would like to add some metallic to this, so I'm going to add another layer with some silver metallic. I think I do some silver and some gold here. And this first one, I didn't get enough silver on there. I really loved how it came out, but there wasn't enough of it. So I'll do that stencil again later on. That's the mini cubist stencil. And that hexagon stencil there, I think is a basic gray. I've had it quite a while. Here we go with the mini cubist again. We'll put some more paint on there. And yeah, got a much better look, and it gives it a great shine.
So I came up here this morning to work on this page some more, but I just wasn't in the mood for these bright, cheerful colors. Was not feeling it at all this morning. I was feeling very frustrated about some things, and so I just turned the page and I did something different, and I just wanted to share with you what I did, and then we'll get back to the other page. I put grabbed a bunch of red and orange paints and started putting those down on the background. Then I stenciled over a number of stencils, a Crafter's Workshop stencil, with black gesso. I went over with another stencil, I don't remember which one it is, but it has these little diamond designs on it. It's also Crafter's Workshop with some orange, and started kind of coming to me what I wanted to say, and I found these words, and I got this technique from Pinterest, where you take some just regular Scotch tape and press it over text in a book and pull it up, and it works better with the older books. This was a newer book. I still probably had it 10 years or so, but it's not nearly as old as these others, and it was a lot harder to pull the words up on that. But anyway, I guess the different books work better than others, but I got to say, kind of put together some words and things that meant something to me for what was going on this day, and then some symbols of these little stars to kind of indicate that we still have some, even when we're having difficult times, we still have some really good moments. So that's what I wanted to say on this particular page. And I'm feeling a lot better. And so now I'm ready to work on my nice, cheerful page. Because what I wanted to do with this, after I got the background, and I thought, I want us to talk about 2016. I love this time of the year where it's around New Year's and we start making resolutions and setting goals. I really enjoy doing that. So I'm going to put in 2016, and I'm also going to add some butterflies to this, because butterflies, being a symbol of life, are one of my favorite things to use. So I have this stencil from Kelly Perky. I think I got it Simon Says Stamp. Had it a long time. And we're going to put in some numbers, and I'm just going to fast forward, and we'll fill all these in.
I'm using Faber-Castell the Pitt pens. This is one of their fine-tipped pens, and you can see I kind of messed the two up there, but we'll deal with that a little bit later on. I'm looking for something to do the zero, because there's no O in that template, or no zero. So I ended up using the middle of a glue dot roller and putting these on 2 rows. That kind of emphasizes the 16 anyway. And in the middle there, sorry about my head, I have a roller from a Scotch tape. So that makes my 0. Now I've got some archival ink, and the cover came off of this stamp, so it's not sticky anymore on the back, and we're going to fix that. But for now, I'm just going to ink it up and press it manually without a block onto my art journal page. And the way I'm going to fix this is to take some Tombow adhesive, put it on the back of my stamp where it's supposed to be sticky, and let it dry. And Tombow dried creates a tacky surface. So that won't help me with this project, but it'll help me with future projects. So for now, I'm just going to use the pen to outline and color in some of the black that's supposed to be in that butterfly. And then what I'm doing with the numbers is I'm going to do some Zentangle with them. But, first I got to do the butterfly. Let's give it some color. These are Pitt brush pens. From Faber-Castell. And I added some lines and just some really simple designs. So when I say Zentangle, I think there was one that I actually looked at a pattern for, one or two, but a lot of it I just sort of did something to fill it in. I'm just trying to fill in the shapes, and then I'm adding some color over the top of it. And I did a lot of that off camera because it was time consuming. It was fun though, just relaxing. And now I'm doing some shading with a colored pencil, black colored pencil, and a blender, just like you would do with Zentangle stuff. You can get these blending pencils or at blending stubs, I think they're called, at Hobby Lobby. Or probably the other art supply stores too, I don't know. But I'm just doing a little bit of shading and then kind of blending that in so that my 2016 really pops. And I decided not to do the butterfly. I could have, but I decided not to do it. All right, now we're going to add a little bit more stamping and a little journaling, and we'll wrap this page up. These are some stamps from My Mind's Eye and Archival Ink. And I can't get away from my old scrapbooking lesson of doing things in threes sometimes. Or a lot of times I do things on a scrapbook page on the diagonal. So I'll do something in one corner and then in the opposite corner. And that's kind of what I'm doing with the butterflies. That did not stamp the greatest, but it's okay. It was on top of that other paint, and there's some metallic there, and it just didn't catch quite as well. And a little bit more stamping with some geometric shapes. This one's a Stamping Up one from an old Celebration kit, I think. And then we're going to write in some journaling. Talking about how much I'm looking forward to 2016. 2015 was a very challenging year. We had a lot of illness. We had 3 deaths in my extended family, and it was just a really tough year. So I am really looking forward to turning the page. And I did decide to do one more thing to my page, and that is add some Ranger glossy accents to my butterfly. I had to use a pen to open my bottle up there. So put a little bit of glossy accents on this, and this page will be done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping me get to one of my goals last year, which was 5,000 subscribers. And I look forward to having lots of videos for you in the new year.